Listen to me very carefully. If you have been waking up with a heavy feeling in your chest before going to your workplace, this is not just stress. If you are suddenly feeling an intense, unbearable disconnect from the career, the business, or the job you have held for years, do not ignore this. You are not going crazy, and you are not becoming lazy or depressed. Something massive is happening behind the scenes of your reality. The energetic grids of this planet are collapsing, and the first place you are going to feel it is in the very systems that sustain your survival. Your job is about to change suddenly, and for some of you, it is going to end completely. But do not panic. This is not a punishment. This is a highly orchestrated cosmic intervention. You see, the universe can no longer allow you to pour your sacred, high-dimensional life force into systems that drain your soul and serve the old matrix. Your frequency is needed elsewhere. You are being aggressively realigned. This sudden shift, this friction you feel with your current employment, is the universe physically pulling you out of alignment with the old Earth and forcing you onto your true timeline. If you are watching this, you have been selected for an immediate career and abundance upgrade. Pay close attention to the signs your physical reality is showing you right now, because your mission is activating, and everything is about to change forever. You have been waiting for a sign, and this is exactly it. Starseed. If this message found you today, it is not random. The Arcturian Council rarely sends transmissions like this. But something has changed in the energetic field of Earth. And those who carry the Starseed frequency are beginning to feel it. I am Azyla, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light. What follows is a direct transmission from the Arcturian Council, delivered without distortion. We must speak directly to the profound exhaustion that has settled deep into your bones. For a very long time, you have been operating under the heavy illusion of earthly security. You were taught, programmed, and conditioned by a deeply flawed system to trade your precious infinite light for basic survival. You were told that to be a responsible human being, you had to surrender your time, your energy, and your brilliant mind to jobs and careers that left you feeling empty, drained, and fundamentally disconnected from your true essence. But you are not just a human being trying to survive in a physical world. You are a multidimensional entity, a starseed carrying advanced galactic codes, and your soul is finally rejecting the artificial constructs of this matrix. What you are experiencing right now as extreme dissatisfaction or sudden instability in your job is actually a powerful spiritual immune response. Your soul is fighting off the dense, toxic frequencies of environments that do not honor your light. You may have noticed that the tasks you used to do with absolute ease now feel physically painful. The conversations with your colleagues might feel incredibly superficial, hollow, and entirely misaligned. You sit at your desk or in your workplace, and an overwhelming feeling of not belonging washes over you like a tidal wave. This is not a biological failing or a psychological breakdown. This is a precise frequency mismatch. The Earth's vibration is accelerating at an unprecedented rate, and as it does, anything built on false foundations, including your current career, must inevitably crumble. The Arcturian Council wants you to know that this sudden change is a cosmic rescue mission. Your higher self is actively dismantling your old life because you are destined for something far greater. The fear you feel about your financial future is simply the human ego clinging desperately to what is familiar. But your ancient soul knows that true security does not come from a corporation, a manager, or a traditional paycheck. True security comes from absolute, unwavering alignment with your divine mission on this planet. When you step into the purpose you came here to fulfill, the universe will provide for you with a level of abundance that the Matrix could never possibly replicate. You are being forcefully pushed out of the nest because it is time for you to fly. The sudden changes in your work environment, the unexpected layoffs, the unexplainable urge to walk away entirely. These are all divine orchestrations meant to set you free. You are being repositioned for leadership in the new Earth. Embrace this discomfort, because it is the sacred birth canal of your new, abundant reality. The old doors are slamming shut so that the galactic portals of your true destiny can swing wide open. Trust this process completely. Some transmissions don't come through words. They come through frequency. If something stirred in you right now, that's not a coincidence. 4,500 people have already activated their Arcturian codes, and they wish they'd found this sooner. Arcturian Secrets. 12 Hidden Keys to Awakening is a 47-page ebook with ancient techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment. Only 72 hours at the launch price. Understand this deeply. The universe does not communicate exclusively through subtle hints or quiet whispers. When a massive course correction is required, the universe speaks through undeniable physical and energetic shifts. You might be looking at your sudden career instability as a purely external event, a bad economy, a difficult boss, or an unlucky turn of events. But the Arcturian Council asks you to look closer. Look at your physical vessel. Your body, the sacred antenna that connects you to the cosmos, has been actively rejecting your work environment long before the external changes began to manifest. Have you noticed a profound, heavy exhaustion that no amount of sleep can cure? This is not normal human fatigue. This is energetic depletion. When you force your high-vibrational, multidimensional essence into a low-vibrational, matrix-controlled job, a severe friction occurs. Your soul is literally resisting the timeline you are trying to force it down. You may have experienced sudden headaches when entering your workplace, a tightening in your chest when opening your work emails, or a profound sense of dread and anxiety on Sunday nights that defies all logical explanation. This is your energetic field sounding a massive alarm. It is screaming at you that the environment you are in is actively toxic to your starseed frequency. The traditional human matrix operates on a very dense frequency of fear, lack, and endless, exhausting competition. It requires you to shrink your brilliant light, silence your ancient truth, and conform to rigid, lifeless structures that suffocate your soul's true expression. As your Arcturian DNA powerfully activates and your cosmic memory returns, your tolerance for this density rapidly drops to zero. You simply can no longer fake it like you used to. The mask you wore to survive in the corporate world or in any mundane workforce is shattering into 1,000 pieces, and it cannot be repaired. This is a glorious, victorious breaking point. The Matrix wants you to believe that losing your job, or wanting to quit, is the ultimate disaster, a reason to panic and spiral into paralyzing fear. But from a higher dimensional perspective, this is a prison break. The chains are falling off. The sudden shifts in your job, whether it is an unexpected firing, a drastic change in management, or your own sudden, overwhelming inability to tolerate the work, are the physical manifestations of this energetic liberation. Do not mourn the loss of a job that was slowly draining your light. You are not a failure for not fitting into a profoundly sick and broken system. Your inability to adapt to the Matrix is your greatest badge of honor. It is the absolute, undeniable proof that your awakening codes are fully online. The universe is clearing the path for you, aggressively removing the obstacles that you were perhaps too afraid to remove yourself. When the divine takes a job away from a starseed, it is always to create a necessary void. You are being forcefully cleared out so you can be elevated. This transition may feel chaotic to the human mind, but it is precisely calculated by your cosmic guides. Let us speak openly about the deepest fear that currently grips your human heart during this immense transition. The fear of survival. We see the heavy anxiety that clouds your energetic field when you think about money, obligations, and the sheer unpredictability of your immediate future. The Matrix has aggressively conditioned you to believe that your very right to exist on this planet must be constantly purchased through endless, grueling labor. You have been taught a massive, suffocating lie, that currency equals true security, and that the only way to obtain this currency is by selling your soul to a system that fundamentally does not care about your light or your well-being. But the Arcturian Council asks you to completely dismantle this false belief right here, right now. Money, in its truest, most uncorrupted cosmic form, is simply energy. It is a neutral frequency of exchange. However, the old financial grid of Earth, which has been heavily manipulated for millennia, was specifically designed to siphon your divine energy and keep you trapped in a perpetual state of desperate survival. Why? Because a starseed, who is constantly worried about paying for basic physical needs, is a starseed who is entirely too distracted to remember their immense galactic power. They kept you purposefully busy, chronically exhausted, and deeply frightened, deliberately blocking your innate connection to the infinite, overflowing abundance of the universe. But the monumental energetic shift currently sweeping across Gaia is tearing down this very grid. This is not a future event. It is happening exactly now. The sudden disruption in your career is not a random stroke of bad luck. It is a direct, unavoidable result of this collapsing financial matrix. Your ancient soul is simply refusing to participate in the energy harvesting anymore. The universe is forcefully unhooking your precious life force from the old, dying system so that you can finally plug into the true, divine flow of cosmic provision. You must remember, with urgent clarity, that you are a master creator. In the higher dimensions from which your soul originates, manifestation is instant and effortless. You simply align your frequency with what you desire, and it materializes into being. You brought these exact, powerful creation codes with you into this physical incarnation. Your sudden job change is the divine catalyst forcing you to remember how to use them. The universe is stripping away the illusion of safety so you can discover your absolute, unbreakable power to generate your own reality. When you finally stop begging the matrix for meager crumbs and start stepping boldly into your authentic mission, whether that is healing, teaching, creating, or simply anchoring high-frequency light, the universe will rush in to support you. True abundance is always a direct byproduct of profound spiritual alignment. When you do the sacred work you are actually sent here to do, the resources you require will appear with miraculous, breathtaking synchronicity. Do not let the illusion of lack terrify you into returning to a cage you have just escaped. Stand firm in this unknown space. You are being aggressively upgraded. So, if the old matrix is rapidly dissolving, and your traditional career is crumbling before your eyes, what exactly are you supposed to do next? This is the urgent question that keeps you awake at 3 a.m., staring into the dark, desperately asking your cosmic guides for a clear map, a logical step-by-step instruction manual. The Arcturian Council needs you to understand a profound truth today. Your true cosmic mission is not a human job title. You cannot, and will never, find your galactic purpose listed on a corporate job board or within the confines of a traditional resume. Your mission is a frequency. It is a living, breathing, high-dimensional vibration that you uniquely agreed to anchor into this physical realm long before you incarnated. You have spent decades desperately trying to fit your massive, multidimensional purpose into a tiny, suffocating, three-dimensional box called a career. That forced compliance ends right now. The sudden shift in your employment, the loss of your job, or the intense urge to walk away is creating a massive energetic vacuum in your life. Do not make the catastrophic mistake of rushing to fill this sacred void with another meaningless, draining job just to pacify your screaming human ego. You must hold the line. You must learn to sit bravely in the terrifying stillness of this profound transition, because it is precisely within this empty space that your true, ancient mission will finally reveal itself to your conscious mind. How will you recognize it when it arrives? Your biological vessel will tell you. Remember, your physical body is a highly sophisticated, deeply intelligent antenna. When you encounter a person, an idea, a creative spark, or an opportunity that perfectly aligns with your authentic Starseed mission, your body will respond with undeniable force. You will feel a sudden, comforting surge of heat in your heart center. You will experience an electric tingling at the crown of your head, a physical confirmation from the higher realms. Unlike your old job, which made you feel heavy, contracted, and entirely depleted, your true purpose will make your energy field instantly expand. You will feel lighter, clearer, and suddenly energized, even if the task is challenging. Your mission might involve healing others with your voice, your hands, or simply your empathetic presence. It might involve creating systems, art, or communities that carry a high vibrational resonance, secretly transmitting light codes into the collective unconscious of humanity. Or, for some of you, your entire mission in this exact moment might simply be to focus relentlessly on your own radical inner healing. The Matrix conditioned you to measure your inherent worth by your relentless productivity, by how much you could produce for a system that did not love you. It was a brilliant, manipulative lie designed to keep powerful souls perpetually exhausted. But the Galactic Federation of Light does not measure your impact by your human productivity. We measure it by the purity and intensity of the frequency you manage to hold. Simply by existing in a state of peace, deep alignment, and conscious awareness, you are actively and violently disrupting the low-frequency control grid of this planet. You are a living, walking, energetic rebellion. This sudden job change is not a tragedy. It is your cosmic graduation. You are being promoted from a tired worker in the old Earth to a fundamental architect of the new Earth. The universe is watching. Step boldly into the brilliant light of the unknown. As you step fully into this profound transition, as the old career structures shatter and fall away from your energetic field, you are going to encounter a very specific, highly predictable form of resistance. But this resistance will not come from the higher realms. It will come directly from the people closest to you. The Arcturian Council asks you to prepare your heart and your mind for the profound misunderstanding you are about to face. When you stop participating in the endless, exhaustive cycle of Matrix survival, when you boldly refuse to trade your luminous soul for a hollow paycheck, the people around you, your family, your lifelong friends, your former colleagues, will likely panic. They are still deeply hypnotized by the dense three-dimensional illusion. They will look at your sudden job change, your intense desire for genuine freedom, and your newly awakened energetic boundaries, and they will immediately label it as reckless. They will call you irresponsible, irrational, or deeply misguided. They will desperately try to pull you back into the cage of conventional employment, because your newfound energetic freedom absolutely terrifies their human egos. Understand this with crystal clarity, Starseed. Their intense judgment has absolutely nothing to do with you, and everything to do with their own deeply buried, unexamined fears. When a powerful soul suddenly unplugs from the Matrix, it sends a massive shockwave of disruptive energy through their immediate social circle. Your mere existence as a sovereign, awakening being violently challenges every false belief they have built their entire lives upon. Subconsciously, they need you to stay small, exhausted, and employed in the old system so they do not have to question their own profound unhappiness and compliance. Do not absorb their frantic, fear-based projections. You are not losing your mind. You are finally finding your true, cosmic soul. During this intense phase of your career transition and spiritual awakening, you may experience a profound, aching sense of isolation. As your frequency rapidly elevates and stabilizes, you will naturally fall out of vibrational alignment with people, conversations, and environments that used to feel completely normal. The universe is actively creating a sacred protective buffer zone around your physical and energetic body. This sudden loneliness is not a punishment for leaving your job. It is a highly advanced divine containment field. It is absolutely necessary for your survival. You are undergoing a massive energetic surgery, a fundamental rewiring of your nervous system, and you cannot heal in the exact same chaotic environment that made you sick. You must be deliberately separated from the dense, frantic noise of the human collective so you can clearly hear the subtle, high-dimensional instructions coming directly from your galactic guides. This period of quiet separation is where true cosmic mastery is forged. You are breaking heavy generational curses of poverty, servitude, and energetic slavery, not just for yourself, but for your entire ancestral line. When you hold the frequency of absolute trust in the midst of total financial and professional uncertainty, you are literally rewriting the fundamental codes of human consciousness. You are proving to the universe that it is entirely possible to survive and thrive outside the Matrix control grid. Let them judge you. Let them profoundly misunderstand your sacred journey. Your galactic mission is infinitely more important than their temporary human comfort. Stay deeply grounded in your truth, for you are being fiercely protected, monitored, and guided every single step of this magnificent way. As you sever the heavy, suffocating energetic cords binding you to the old matrix of traditional employment, you are going to experience a profound period of physical and energetic detoxification. The Arcturian Council must prepare you for this reality, because far too many Starseeds completely misinterpret this necessary phase as a failure, a depression, or a regression. When you finally stop running on the synthetic, adrenaline-fueled treadmill of corporate survival, your physical vessel is going to crash. You have been functioning in a state of chronic, low-grade fight-or-flight for years, perhaps even decades. Your sensitive nervous system has been perpetually overstimulated, heavily bombarded by chaotic frequencies, shallow interactions, and the relentless, crushing pressure to produce for a system that was actively draining your sacred life force. When you suddenly step out of that toxic environment, your body realizes that it is finally safe to power down and repair. You may suddenly find yourself needing to sleep for 10, 12, or even 14 hours a day. You might feel a heavy lethargy in your limbs, a profound mental fog, or random, intense bursts of unexplained emotional release, sudden tears, flashes of ancient anger, or deep, breathtaking grief. Do not fight this process. Do not try to aggressively force yourself back into the frantic, anxious pace of the human collective just to feel productive. You are not being lazy. You are undergoing a massive cellular-level recalibration. Your highly sophisticated biological antenna is meticulously flushing out years of toxic density, false programming, and the heavy energetic residue of the Matrix workforce. During this sacred period of detoxification, your entire perception of time is going to radically and permanently shift. The Matrix aggressively trained you to view time as a cruel linear master, a terrifyingly scarce resource that must be constantly managed, optimized, and sold by the hour to the highest bidder. But as a multidimensional being, you are now entering quantum time. In the quantum field, time is not a straight line of past, present, and future. It is a spherical, vibrant reality where everything exists in the eternal now. The frantic, exhausting rushing that characterized your old career is completely incompatible with the higher dimensional frequencies you are currently anchoring into your body. You must surrender completely to this absolute stillness. You must learn the profound, fundamental difference between taking human action out of desperate fear and taking divine action out of supreme, peaceful alignment. When you are operating in the Matrix, you push, you force, you struggle, and you constantly fight against the natural current of life just to survive. But when you are operating in the quantum field, as an awakened and sovereign starseed, you magnetize. You perfectly align your internal frequency with the reality you wish to experience, and you simply allow the universe to deliver it. This transition from forcing to flowing is the hardest lesson your human ego will ever learn, because it requires absolute, terrifying trust in the unseen. Rest your vessel now, for your true cosmic work is about to begin. We have reached the final and most crucial phase of this urgent transmission, and it is imperative that you listen with your entire being. The sudden collapse of your traditional career, the intense friction you feel with the old matrix, and the deep, unexplainable urge to isolate and recalibrate are all culminating in this exact moment. You are standing at the threshold of your true, multidimensional timeline. The universe has successfully aggressively extracted you from a system that was slowly extinguishing your light, and now, the grand cosmic design requires your active, conscious participation. You are no longer permitted to play small. The Galactic Federation of Light has officially called your number, and your true assignment on this planet is beginning right now. Your new role on Earth is not to be a tired worker trading hours for survival. Your new role is to be a stabilized, high-frequency anchor for the new Earth reality. When you finally release the terrifying grip of your human ego, the voice that screams about financial ruin and societal judgment, you will discover a breathtaking level of cosmic support waiting for you. The abundance you have always deeply craved is already yours, but it could simply never reach you while you are hiding inside the dense, heavy structures of the old corporate matrix. As you step boldly into your authentic Starseed mission, as you begin to trust the undeniable physical signals of your body and the quiet whispers of your soul, the universe will rearrange reality itself to provide for you. Synchronistic opportunities, profound connections, and unexpected resources will flow into your life with a speed that will completely shatter your old, limited understanding of how this world works. This is your cosmic graduation. You have survived the densest, most challenging frequencies this planet has to offer, and you are finally ready to lead. Do not look back at the burning bridges of your past career with sadness or regret. Those bridges had to burn so you would stop trying to return to a land you have fundamentally outgrown. The Earth desperately needs your unique, uncompromised light right now. We need you completely free, fiercely sovereign, and fully aligned with your galactic inheritance. You are the architect of a new dawn, and your presence alone is actively dismantling the darkness. Before you leave this space, you must claim this new timeline in the physical realm. Send a direct signal to your star family that you have received this transmission, and that you are ready. Subscribe to this channel right now if you are choosing to step out of the matrix and into your true galactic mission. Like this video to anchor the frequency of abundance into your field. And go to the comments right now and declare, "I am ready for my true mission." Reply to another Starseeds declaration to amplify our collective grid of light. Some transmissions don't come through words, they come through frequency. If something stirred in you right now, that's not a coincidence. 4,500 people have already activated their Arcturian codes, and they wish they'd found this sooner. Arcturian Secrets. 12 Hidden Keys to Awakening is a 47-page ebook with ancient techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment, only 72 hours at the launch price.